Looks like the developer released a new update. This is a work in progress. Being able to customize your own weapon. Very own sword. It's like a saber. You can change the grip, the handle. You can even change maces. You can even adjust their color. You can change it to gold. A golden tipped mace. Imagine that. It looks like there's a mass for each weapon right there, which might change the weight and how fast you can swing, but also how much damage it does. It's looking pretty good. I'm excited for this. So inspecting this a little closer, it seems the mace tip wasn't golden, but rather gilded. Looks like each metal has a certain color that you can pick from. There's gold, bronze, brass, copper, gilded, iron, and steel. It looks like you can also change the wood tint and the leather color. As we saw, there's an RGB wheel for the leather color and wood tint, so this gives us a lot of color options to work with, which might be fun. You could probably create a green mace with a pink hilt and be very creative. Moving on from the mace, it looks like he also clicked on the blade and it changed the grip between wielding it normally and half swording. So it comes into question, can you do like what is done with the scimitar, where when you half sword it, you're able to two-hand it at its hilt instead of half swording it? Besides that, it looks like you can change the head size, which is the blade, the guard size, the grip size, and the pommel size, as well as the mass on all of those, which will make the weapon lighter or heavier. The mass doesn't seem to change the appearance of the blade at all, so I'd imagine for my personal build I would put a lot more mass on the head of the sword and at the pommel for blunt damage, and then keep everything else light. That way all damage will be centered on where I strike the most, and it will be as light as possible. But these are just early thoughts. I have yet to get my hands on this system to try it out. Hopefully it'll be updated soon. Tell me how you would customize your first sword in the comment section below. Besides that, to add more to the appearance, it looks like the red arrows on the side control the various kinds of hilts and handles that you can alternate between to have a blade look the way you want it. It reminds me of customizing a lightsaber in Star Wars games. There also seems to be 4 types of weapons in this current system, which is shown to us: the sword, the mace, hafted, and the polearm. What I believe hafted is meant to represent is an axe and a hammer. What hafting is in medieval weapon making is the process of attaching an artifact to a handle or a strap. Your local construction tools can turn into hafted weapons if your mind is big enough. And perhaps in the future, maybe we could customize a shield along with it, as being able to put my own insignia on a shield would be nice. So what we see in the polearm section is the developer clicking on different parts of the handle to set up where he wields it. What this shows is that you can likely have a weapon entirely based on range, as you would want with a spear or a polearm, and you can personally set it up to pull it in as close as you want it when half sorting. As for the wooden stick we see, I'm not too sure what that exactly is, but seeing it change when the mass slider is moved tells me, and this is only a guess, that is the spot where the mass is the heaviest. Meaning that if you strike where the stick is, you might do more damage there and have a higher chance of taking off a limb or a hand. But if not that, then it definitely has something to do with the weight of the weapon. But speculations aside, all in all, I'm very excited for this update. I'm going to try to recreate Sephiroth's Masamune, his giant sword that can reach miles away in his games. Maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but but you get my point. I'll make the mass extremely low, but I'll make the head extremely long. Tell me what kind of weapon you're going to create in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily half-sword shorts and more half-sword content. I'm uploading half-sword shorts daily. This has been Brutalizer.